Alright, Matrix, we're coming to the exercise 8.1. I'm going to give you the work through solutions because I think it's probably best for you. So, if we take a look at the textbook here, they've given a couple of questions. The question 1 is naming two lengths or distances you would measure using the given instrument: ruler, measuring tape, trundle wheel, odometer, and sliding gauge. Okay, so with a ruler, we're going to do something very simple. I would really accept anything from you. So, with the ruler, you're going to be measuring things like, I don't know, a matchbox, or perhaps a book. Right, just a simple sort of thing there. Then measuring tape, you can measure height of a person, or you could be measuring, say, waist measurements. Say, okay, waist measurements. A trundle wheel. A trundle wheel is a funny little tool where it's got a little wheel on it and you push it along as you go, and we use it to measure out things, say, a field lines. They also can use them in road construction where you want to measure out the distance between things. Okay, it's got like a little odometer on it so that it can measure things. Funny enough, odometer is the next one. So you're going to have, say, the distance between home and work. And another example could be the length of a race. They often use cars to do these things where you'll map out the distance of a race using a car or something with an odometer on it. Right? And E, a sliding gauge. A sliding gauge is a tool that's used in sort of mechanical engineering, etc., where we measure, say, the depths of holes, or the size of parts. It's for really precision work. It's using, subdivisions of millimeters even to figure these things out. Okay, so that was question 1. Okay, question 2. Let's have a look at it. Question 2, we're asking us, the circumference of a circle is c equals 2 pi r, where r is the radius, giving us the formula, quite helpful. Using a measuring tape, you find the circumference of a tree trunk is 9,426 meters. Determine the diameter of the tree trunk using the value of pi 3,142. Okay, and they've given us that as well. I've told you that we usually get the value of pi. That's what we're going to be working with here. So we're going to have to use the formula that they've given us originally. So we're told that c is equal to 2 pi r. We've got the circumference. They've given us the circumference. It's 9,426 multiplied by 2. We've got a value for pi, 3,142, that they've given you. Right? And you do not know the radius. Okay, so that's where we have to do the calculations. Alright, so I need a calculator here. Once again, please don't use your calculator's pi for this. We have to use the one that we're given. So, to get r on this side, I need to take this side and divide it by. So 9,426 divided by 2 times. I'm going to keep it as simple as I can. I don't want to be moving tons of things around. You could have simplified this first before you moved it across. Much of a muchness really in my mind. Okay, but it'll give us this thing quite clearly. So 9.426 divided by 2 times 3.142 and we get r is equal to 1,5. Okay, 1,5. You might have seen me use that little trick there. It gave me a fraction here, and just to change it I used my SD button to change it around there for my measurement. Okay, now we need to read this question correctly. I've got r. They asked us for the diameter of the tree trunk. R is not what we're looking for. The diameter is. So I need to take 1,5 and multiply it by 2, because the radius is half of that. So 3 meters diameter. Okay? So it's a 3 meter diameter there, because they asked us for the diameter. Be careful about these things. Read the question. Okay, always read the question. Okay. Number 3. Let's get this. The SABS approved copper pipe available in lengths of 5,5 meters at 229 Rand each. Calculate the cost of 44 meters of this pipe. Okay. Calculate 44 meters of this pipe. Alright. Let's get that into frame then. Okay. So now, we're told that it's 229 Rand for 5,5 meters. So if I need 44 meters of the pipe, how many lengths of pipe will I need? So divide 44 by 5.5. Okay, I get 8 lengths. I seem to have a problem with spelling the word lengths, but anyway. Okay, I need 8 lengths. So this is simple enough. 8 times 229 Rand will give me 1,832 Rand for the pipe required. Fairly simple. Alright, let's get to number 4 now. Alright, number 4. The cost of electrical extension cord is 12 Rand 50 per meter. What length of extension cord did Zandilia buy if she paid 95 Rand for it? Okay, so we've already got the rate here. We've got the rate of 12 Rand 50 per meter. She paid 95 Rand in total, alright, and we divide it by the 12 Rand 50 per meter. Okay, and that will tell us how much she bought. 12 Rand 50, she bought 7,6 meters of extension lead. Okay, they didn't ask us to round off to the nearest meter, so I'm not going to do anything weird there. Fantastic. Okay, the next one that we're going to look at is number 5. Number 5 is 3 pieces, so I'm just going to start on a new page here for you. Okay, number 5. During his holiday, Kuketso visited Cape Town. Starting from his home, he travelled an average speed of 90 kilometers per hour. It took him 18 hours to reach his destination. How far does Kuketso live from Cape Town? Alright, so number 5 relies on us knowing our formula for distance, speed and time. Okay, so I know that distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. It's generally the formula that's given. It's given in your notes as your initial one. Alright, so it's also quite useful here because they want to know how far away he travels from. Okay, so what distance did he travel? Well, we know he traveled at an average speed of 90 kilometers per hour, and it took him 18 hours to get to his destination. So 90 times 18, he lives 1,620 kilometers away. Okay. Second, next they ask you, Geketso's car consumes fuel at 12,5 kilometers per litre, and the fuel price is 13 Rand 50 per litre. There should be a zero on this question. Alright, naughty, naughty. Okay. What is the total travelling cost of Kuketso from Cape Town and back to his house? So we need to double this distance in the end as well. Okay, so he can do 12,5 kilometers per litre of fuel, and the fuel is then given per litres. Alright, so we need to figure out how many litres of fuel he used initially. So 1,620 divided by 12,5, that will give us the number of litres that he used. Okay, so he would have used 129,6 litres of fuel to travel that distance. Alright, perfect. Now, that fuel cost, we need to then take his 129,6 and multiply it by the fuel cost of 13 Rand 50. To give you a cost of 1,749 Rand and 60 cents. But remember, they asked him and back to his house. So we need to double that amount. So we take our amount and we multiply it by 2 because he needs to do the return journey as well. Alright, so just double that up and we get a total cost of 3,499 Rand and 20 cents for his travels. Fantastic. Alright, now number 6, very last question here. It's going to require us to get out our rulers. Okay, so number 6, there's an A and a B, so let's take a look. Number 6A. Alright. Measure the length and width of the court in this diagram. And the netball court is drawn to a scale of 1 to 500. So let's measure out my distance, my length. I have, in my book, it's printed as 6,1 centimeters. They don't really specify the units, so I'm going to use 6,1. Length is equal to 6,1 centimeters. I'm going to do the same thing with my width. I'm going to call that 3 centimeters there. I'm going to call that 3 centimeters. Okay, fantastic. And then for question B, what they want you to do is use the scale to estimate the length and width of the real court. We're using an estimate here because, yeah, there might be some sort of inaccuracy with our measuring or the scale of the diagram or things like that. Okay, so the length, we are going to take my 6,1 centimeters, multiply it by 500 because it's a scale of 1 centimeter on the diagram is 500 centimeters in real life. So that will give me, that's 6 a little bit nicer for you, 6.1 times 500, we have 3050 centimeters. Alright, now we don't measure tennis courts or netball courts or anything like that in centimeters, so we're going to have to divide that by 100 to get it in meters, which will give me 30,5 meters for my length. My width, that's going to be my 3 centimeters multiplied by 500. Okay, which give me 1,500 centimeters, which we're going to change to be 15 meters. 15 meters. Now, realistically, I don't think these are very realistic measurements, but anyway, so that's activity 8.1. Thank you very much.